Aerial coverage of the Budweiser Shootout is brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you've got to get DirecTV. All right, Brian Vickers gave up the lead to come to pit road on this caution. Matt?
Mike, we said the final 50 laps would be a chess match of strategy. Ryan Pemberton, why did you bring your car to pit road?
Well, I think that the tires are going away pretty quick. That was only a 7-lap run, and you know, there was another wreck already because about 7 or 8 laps they started handling bad. The small field, I think we're about 12th right now with fresh tires. I saw Jimmy Johnson pitted a little while ago when everybody else had 1 lap on their tires. He was running 3rd within 2 laps. So, you know, I'd like to be leading with the fresh tires, but I think we're okay right now.
And that's a comment Dale Earnhardt Jr. said. Tires are big.
Yeah, it's just those cars in front of him have fairly fresh tires, and we're only going to have a handful of laps to go, maybe about 8 laps to go. It's but if he picks the right line at the right place, it may pay off for him because he'll definitely be able to maneuver it.
3 cars knocked out in this crash. One of those drivers with Krista.
Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr. will not be defending his Bud Shootout win from last year. Junior, your car looks a little bit like a sardine can. What happened out there?
Well, I was real loose getting into one, and me and Kyle were drafting on the inside, and he gave me a real good run back into the lead, and I just lost the right rear and got up into Jeff a little bit and kind of got shuffled through the middle on the back, and I was just trying to regroup back there and figure out what to do. I knew there was going to be a wreck, and I didn't think I'd be able to get through the pack before it started happening, and we didn't. So my team did a good job. You know, the car was good. It was just too loose, and on the long run, we were real good on new tires. You know, we drive right up to them. And we want to thank my sponsors, National Guard, Amp Energy. And we'll try, see, hopefully, we got a good car. We got a good little package, and we learned a little bit. Hopefully, we can take what we learned to the 500 car.
Thanks, Dale.
16 cars on the lead lap. Paul Menard returns to the event after being involved. And Greg Biffle is also back on the racetrack. That means Bobby Labonte and Dale Earnhardt Jr. go to the garage.
Yeah, and you know, Mike, there's no question that this is a big advantage for the 28 people that got to run this race tonight. With the no testing all winter long here or most anywhere else, getting that time on the racetrack, they can really make some good adjustments for their 500 cars.
So 2x2 on the restart. It's Jamie McMurray versus Jimmy Johnson on the front row. Carl Edwards lined up behind McMurray. Kyle Busch back of Johnson. Allmendinger, Kenseth, Stewart, Kane, Stremme, and Mears are the top 10 as the pace car peels off, and we have 7 laps to settle this.
And the moon is still full.
Yeah, and 4 tires are golden. We'll find out just how golden on that 83, and hopefully there won't be a full moon next Sunday. Full moons don't last that long, do they?
McMurray breaks out.
Yeah, but see, that's not a good idea. Feels good.
So you
get out there like that, you just get the whole field running up on you like the 48 over there is.
Keep an eye on Vickers, first of those cars with fresh tires. Can he bust his way up through the field? There he is, right in the middle.
Well, he can go middle, see, with 4 fresh tires. That's one thing he could be able to do is go through the middle.
Oh, McMurray sliding right up in front of Jimmy Johnson, but holding the lead.
6 laps to go.
Is McMurray in the right position, Darrell?
Well, he's had a fast car all night long, and I tell you, if Jimmy Johnson wants to work with him, I think he is. I mean, when it gets to this point, you just want to line up and stay in line until they get to the white flag now. And hopefully that, like the 48 and 18, now here comes the 17, somebody will work with you on that last lap.
But I'm going to tell you what, Jimmy Johnson yanked it to the bottom in front of Matt Kenseth in the 17. McMurray yanked it to the bottom in front of Jimmy Johnson.
Whoa.
Johnson gets sideways off 4.
Here they come.
And he lost his momentum, and Matt Kenseth takes advantage.
They're going to kick him to the high side. 5 laps to go.
Now the question is, will the teammates work together?
And how about that 29 car, Kevin Harvick up there behind Jimmy Johnson? He lost the draft twice, and here he's back up there.
Where's the 83?
Back about 8th.
Yeah, but where is he? I see him looking underneath the 48. No, that's the 07 looking under there.
It's Mears. Johnson's car moved so violently he might have been bumped by Kenseth.
I think it was that getting loose, getting in the corner thing, really.
Well, it's a manufacturer's showdown, and all 4 manufacturers have a car in the top 5.
I tell you, they got their hands full to get around that 26 car McMurray. And that thing is honking, baby.
And his teammate Matt Kenseth, those 2 Fords will stay locked together.
But I guarantee you that cat behind them will stay locked together. Kyle Busch in that 18.
Here comes that 29 car. This is like the 500. Where did he come from? 500 2 years ago when he slipped by Mark Martin on the last lap.
Well, he's going to move in the second right now, and he's got Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon commented how much his car will push a car. He's pushed Kevin Harvick right up there in the second. They'll be coming the 3 laps to go.
Tell you, that 29 car just drove off and left the Jeff Gordon car.
Oh, Kenseth.
Yikes.
Had Kyle Busch get in the back of him, and that moved Matt up the racetrack and out of 4th place.
Yee-hoo.
There's Brian Vickers in that 83 car. I just don't think time is going to allow him to get back to the front or back to the lead with those 4 fresh tires.
So if 2 Fords work together at the front, can they be toppled? Well, Kyle Busch moved Matt Kenseth out of the way, and here comes Jeff Gordon on the outside, 24, Kevin Harvick, and Jimmy Johnson against the 1 Ford of McMurray in front.
It all depends. Can McMurray block these guys for about 2.5 more laps?
He can't.
There he goes, Jeff Gordon.
Stay with it, though. You got help coming.
Jeff Gordon just hit the afterburner. And here comes a 48. He's going to be high, wide, and handsome.
He got a
with
bump.
the 18 right with him.
Got a bump from Kyle Busch. Put him right up behind McMurray again.
Boy, this is a real high-speed chess match right here. Which way do we go? Which way do we go?
We go in the wall
again.
Biffle one more time.
With 2 to go. Caution is out, and we will go to overdrive.
Dadgum. That 12 car and the 16 car, I think, what is that, the 3rd wreck they've been in tonight?
That's
it is the
3rd
7th
caution that Greg Biffle has been involved in.
Yep, 7th caution tonight. And it's the 3rd caution for Stremme as well. Watch the 12 and the 16. Back of the pack.
The 12 just gets this pushing up the hill, and he gets into Biffle. So I'm telling you, sometimes you got the wheels turning, the thing just will not stop. It just keeps going up the hill.
Watch from our Verizon wireless onboard on Stremme's Penske machine.
Very low, outside.
Did you hear him? I mean, he lets off, but it doesn't do any good at all. It just keeps on washing up the track.
But Darrell, my question is, did the wreck at the back of the pack save us from the pile up at the front of the pack with 2 to go?
I'm thinking you might be right, but I don't think the race, it's not over with yet.
Oh, no. Matt Kenseth has a flat and is coming in for service. Now we'll go to overdrive, which is NASCAR's version of extra innings. We'll have 1 attempt at a green flag, followed by a white flag lap, and then a checkered flag finish. We get 1 attempt at that. If the caution has to come out again, the field is frozen, race is over.
I would expect no less on a Saturday night race like this.
Here's Steve.
Mike, Tony Stewart said, I've got to come in and get tires. It's the only shot I have. If I'm going to make a move up through the middle, let's go ahead and take tires. Dick.
Well, Matt Kenseth had quite the up and down night. He's led this thing, and now at the very end of the race, flat tire had to come in pit. He's taken 4 at the end of the race.
Stewart was running 13th at the time of caution. Kenseth was 12th.
Yeah, no brainer for those guys to come in. We knew probably the top 7, 8, 9 guys were going to stay out, but these guys had nothing to lose.
Carl Edwards was 14th.
And what that allows them to do is, if there is an opening anywhere in the middle, outside, high, wherever, they'll have the grip to go there.